We are going to see very important area named Internet. Internet is the famous wide area network. With the help of Internet, you could see that you could do many things. Welcome to the class of Internet. Today, we are going to introduce email in Internet Part 2. You will see what is email. Email or electronic mail is a method of exchanging digital messages between two computer users. But nowadays we could say that it is not computer users. The persons who are using mobile phones also could make email messages, send and receive email messages. Even though it is very comfortable for a computer user to use email because attachment of files getting the bicarbon copy and the carbon copy, inserting email addresses etc. is much more convenient if you are using a desktop or a laptop computer. The electronic mail or email became the basic need of a person who is using internet, because with the help of email, formerly from the olden days itself, the persons were being identified. That means if you have an email address, you are being identified as a citizen in the net or a netizen. All these could be made available. All the functions of a email providers used to give facilities for netizens or net citizens. Email has been widely used and accepted by business world as one of the key parts of an e-revolution in business communication. In business communication, what is being done? Email has been accepted because if you send a mail to some person within seconds, anywhere in the world, that person could be able to get that mail, process something and give you or respond to you your request. So email was one of the most effective communication tool. In the older days, one has to depend upon the postman and the postal service for the many of the messages to be conveyed between two companies, and such difficulties were being overcome with the help of email. These are the major email providers. Hotmail was being introduced to the world by Samir Bhatia, an Indian, but in the due course, knowing the potential of Hotmail, Microsoft purchased Hotmail from Samir Bhatia. Yahoo Mail, Gmail, Hotmail, Webmail, Outlook Express, Office 365, Mail.com, and so on are various email providers. You could create an email in Hotmail or in Gmail or in AOL Mail or in Outlook Express or in Yahoo Mail. So all these companies helps you to provide email, but the mail provided by Google gives you lot more. The first and the foremost thing is that they provides you 15 GB of free storage space in the cloud area. That means in the drive, as mail, in the mail inbox, or in the photos, Google Photos, or on many other areas. And if your mailbox tends to increase more than 15 GB, they will provide another 5 or 10 GB. So many of the persons were being attracted towards having an account with Google, and that too as in Gmail. So Gmail became a common man's tool. What is the difference between an app and widgets? Applications used on the desktop had had a specific purpose. For example, if you are using MS Word, it is a word processor application used for typing text, printing documents, and publishing books. But the same app, when comes on the mobile, in Android, need to be much more smaller. The Google company gave open platform so that any person could make an app or develop an app and float it in Google Play Store. So Google Play Store and the mobile applications developed by various persons or various firms flooded into the market, and it revolutionized the manner in which the common man used the internet. So what is a mobile app? A mobile app is a software designed to run on mobile devices. It is supposed to run only on mobile devices and on smartphones and tablet computers. But it was entirely different from the native apps which are being designed, or applications which are being designed to run on desktop computers. Native mobile apps stand entirely different in contrast to the applications that run on desktop computers. The size of an application when it was being designed to the desktop was not a big concern for the developer. But when it came to the mobile apps purview, what happened? It has to be as small as possible, because from the digital distribution platform of the Play Store, if one need to download it, and if it takes more than half an hour or 2 days to download an app, he won't do that forever. And formerly, that was the scenario with many of the native apps used on desktop. So the developers used to bring apps very small, and now comes what are widgets. Widgets are programs or application software designed to give live updates from the internet on smartphones and tablets. What are widgets? It gives live updates just like time, weather forecasting, just like live scores pinned to the mobile device, etc. The live scores, when it on every second it changes, the weather of a place also changes from time to time. When such applications just like widgets are being pinned to the mobile screen, what happens? You will get a live update. That means without opening the app, you could see the changes. Look how a mobile app and a native app on the desktop differs. Look, these are examples of widgets. What is the traffic nature at one place? If you pin Google Maps and start driving, you will get updates from the internet, so that where to turn and whether you are on the right track, what is the distance covered and how much distance need to be traveled, everything used to be displayed on the screen itself. Such apps are called widgets. Widgets and applications are entirely different. Widgets automatically updates. Look, on the screen you could see that 229 for 4 in 36.1 hours. The New Zealand is batting and Australia needs 130 runs in 83 balls to win. Sorry, it is the Australians. Today we are going to discuss about e-commerce. You all know about Amazon, Flipkart, eBay, etc. All these are e-commerce platforms. What is the definition of e-commerce? Electronic commerce or e-commerce is the trading or facilitation of trading in products or services using computer networks. We will see the meaning of that. What is e-commerce? That means if any of the person is able to trade, that means after getting money, if any of the person is able to sell a product to you, that is trading. And the trading could be done in two ways. One is in products. If you buy a mobile phone, it is trade. But when you go to a doctor and pay his consultation fee, you are paying for his service. That is also a commerce. When you go to the water servicing section of the car service section, and if you ask them to wash your car, they are doing a service to you. And such type of services which are being provided through the computer network. And how come you know about such services are available or not? It is being done through internet marketing, and after that the processing is done through card payments, online transaction processing, electronic fund transfer, electronic data interchange, supply chain management, inventory management system, and so on. All these terms may be new to you, but I am sure that if in the due course when you are advancing in your career, you will come to know about each and every terms in depth. Okay, now we will see a diagram. In this diagram, it is very clearly indicated how a customer through e-commerce purchases a stuff and how it arrives to him. Look here, the customer is using his laptop and the internet facility through the e-commerce platform, and using the credit card he is purchasing a product. When he uses the card, debit or credit card, or by Rupee Pay or Amazon Pay or Google Pay, what happens? The transaction happens, and with the bank, his bank account is being debited for the amount, and the Amazon account is being credited, and the instructions are given to the store that the desired product is being shipped to his address. Okay, and in the due course the customer receives the product. This procedure altogether is known as e-commerce. I will show you, and each process is a complicated stuff. The next one is how money is being transferred from your bank account to the Amazon or Flipkart account. Now, what is online marketing? Look, everything is being available with the help of the technology onto your fingers. In the online market, all these products are being available, and you could see how logistics happens. That means supply chain management occurs. This is the flow of products from the manufacturing area to the consumer. The manufacturing person is there, the supplier is there, procurements are there, sales and product development is there, shareholders are there, logistics are there, warehouse is there, and consumers are there. Many of the terms will be new to you, but just assume that these types of terms are being used at various stages of producing a product and marketing it, and after that it is reaching onto your hands. Here also, how the warehouse is being arranged so that the smooth flow of products is being happening. These are the ways in which e-commerce is being done. Once again, I will explain each term. Online marketing helps you to identify that product is available at a specific price, and this says that it will be sent to you at this price free of charge or with the cost of shipping charges. Okay, all these being done with the help of internet. Okay, look, exactly this diagram shows what e-commerce is. So once again, we are going to see what is e-commerce. Electronic commerce or e-commerce is the trading or facilitation of trading in products or services using computer networks, internet marketing, online transaction processing, electronic fund transfer, electronic data interchange, supply chain management, inventory management, and so on. All this together forms e-commerce. It is a very complex stuff. The first you need to have the introduction of products in the internet. Then the transaction need to be processed, and after that whether the product could be shipped or sent to your doorstep must be checked, and that after that online transaction processing is going on, and after that electronic fund transfer happens, and after that the supply chain management system allows the product to reach at your doorstep, and at any time in the due course you could track where the shipment has arrived or not, where your product is being traveling or not. Such things could be done with the help of supply chain management. Okay, now we are going to see about what is cloud computing. Cloud computing is a technology that uses the internet to store and maintain data and applications. When the mobile phones come, there were no heavy storage devices associated with a mobile device. When there is no heavy storage device or hard disk attached to the mobile devices like tablet and smartphones, where the data was being used to store, it was being stored in the cloud, and Google Drive became most popular among users because they gave 15 GB of storage space to each and every person using Google account. So cloud computing is a technology that uses the internet to store and maintain data as well as your applications or apps. Cloud computing provides users and enterprises with various capabilities to store and process the data in third-party data centers.